Hey, how's it going? First discussion we're going to talk about is discuss how it makes you feel to know Louisianans were not just lettering French, but creating literature in French. Uh, I'm not really surprised by this because in the early 1700s, a lot of French migrated to Louisiana, and the way people used to tell their stories or what narratives are happening around them was through literature. They would express how they felt. I mean, storytelling, any type of history or cultural things they did, I mean, they put it all into literature. And time being, a lot of French ended up there, so a lot of them would speak the French language. Second question, um, thoughts about all the French literature. I was surprised by that because I didn't think there was so much of a French literature books. Um, Yeah, no, there was a lot of them, and I didn't expect that in the short span of about 300, 400 years up from the 1700s. No, that seemed like a lot of literature for that time being. And what my definition of Creole is, I believe Creole to be Creole is I have multiple definitions for it. I feel like Creole could define a group of people, language, and just a culture in general. But for a group of people, it could describe a lot of Caribbean folks, Caribbean, French, Spanish, a lot of those people. And language, you could talk about there's Creole French, Haitian Creole, and the culture in general comes from a lot of the language and people. It's a lot of mixed, diverse culture. And fourth question, make a prediction if Creole means two things that are not exactly what it means in Afro Creole poets. What are those things in our next book? What do you think Creole is going to mean? And I feel like Creole is going to mean, I think we'll be seeing a different group of Creole because our last book we talked a lot about the Afro Creoles, and I feel like we'll be seeing a different group, maybe some more French people that took on the Creole culture. So that's what I'm thinking. And last question, have I heard of Last Island? I have not. I understand it's an 1856 hurricane, and where it ranks in terms of strength and destruction. I see right here it was a very powerful hurricane. It is one of the most. It was a Cat 4 hurricane, and it had winds up to 150 or winds up to 150 miles per hour, and it is on par with Hurricane Laura and Hurricane Ida. And that has to be really tough for those people because back then it would cause a lot more destruction, a lot more deaths because it's not like you have all the technology there is nowadays and they can't predict it coming. I mean, it just starts off as a storm and I mean, it's really devastating. There was no evacuating or boarding up your houses or whatever. I mean, you just lost everything. So, yeah.